I'm not fucking e-girl. I don't know how this shit works. Shout out to the e-girls who do this every day, dude. I'm sweating my ass off right now. Oh, God. Okay, all of you girlfriends, boyfriends, and partners who have gamer partners. Let's say your partner plays Valorant, and you don't. All you ever hear is him on the mic, or her, or they, them, going on the mic. Oh, no, yeah. They're at B site. They're at B site. Oh, shit. Fuck. Oh, you should have gotten him. Fuck. We're gonna find out today why they're doing that and how you can join in and all the fun. So, step number 1, we're going to download Valorant. Step number 2, you make a password and all that, and then we're in. And you're greeted by this screen. And then we're gonna go to play. And then you're greeted by this screen. These are all the types of games that you can play on Valorant, but today we're probably going to stick with unrated because that's what a lot of beginners start off with. Okay, so you downloaded Valorant, and what exactly is it? Essentially, this is how you play the game. When you're in Valorant, you're on a team, and there's another team. They're typically in teams of 5. One side is attacking, and one side is defending. Okay, what are you attacking and defending? Well, there's something called a spike. And what the spike is something that you're gonna want to set on the other person's team. It's sort of like, it's kind of like capture the flag, except the flag is a spike. And there are typically 2 to 3 places that you can place it. It's either A site, B site, or C site. Most maps only have A and B. The person with the spike is going to go to one of these places and put the spike down. Or imagine the flag and capture the flag. Once the flag or the spike is down, everyone on the team is defending it because it needs to stay there until time runs out or until it explodes. And that's what you're doing on attacking. You are placing it at one of the sites, putting it down, whereas when you're defending, you don't want the other team to lay down their spike, and if they do, you're going to want to kill them all and defuse their spike. Okay, that's the basics. It's kind of just like capture the flag with a couple extra steps. What we have here is the shooting range, just so that I can show you the basics of the shooting mechanic. That's how you're going to be attacking and defending on your team. Okay, so there are lots of different types of guns that you can use. Let's go and hit B on your keyboard. It brings you up to this menu. Now, I know it looks overwhelming right now, but I'm going to break it down for us, okay? If you're a beginner and you've never played a shooting game before, just ignore everything that's on this side of the screen. But for now, unless you want to know the different descriptions and stuff, but over here we have the sidearms, okay? These are the ones that you're going to get at the beginning of the round. These are the only ones that you can use. You can pick any of them that you like. You can go into the shooting range and see which ones you like best. I like the Ghost. Okay, there are the MSGs, the shotguns, the rifles, and the machine guns. Now, if you don't know anything about guns, that's okay. Let's break it down super quick. MSGs. They're sort of chaotic and sporadic, but they're gonna get somebody who's well within your range. Okay, as for your shotguns, this is the judge. People hate it, but your shotguns are going to have more of a spray rather than just a direct hit. So, for example, versus. Okay, now as for your rifles, these are going to be better for long range. The Phantom is my favorite. And the sniper rifles are under the rifle category. These are going to be good for if you're up hiding somewhere and you want to get someone up really close. And then we have the machine gun. The Odin is known as an overpowered gun in the game. But just to give you an idea of what it looks like, machine guns are good for rapid fire if you want to just hit your enemy all around. Long range, short range, whatever you need. I typically go with the Ares if I can't afford the Phantom. And then there's your shields. You have light shields and heavy shields. It's kind of how it sounds. This one has less defense than this one. Okay, well, how do I get these guns mid-battle? Well, remember how I said all you get in the beginning is your sidearms? Each round, you get more money. And the more money that you get, the more guns that you can buy. It's really that simple. So if your team is losing, you're probably going to have less money to buy the better guns. And if your team is winning, you're going to have access to money to get awesome guns. If you're a beginner, I would typically recommend Phoenix or Jet to you, but totally play around with people. I'm not going to make the rules. Now, this is just a little side bit, but there are 4 different types of players or agents. It doesn't really matter who you choose. You can have all the same types of players on your team, though it's not recommended. Okay, so there are 4 different types of players: duelists, initiators, controllers, and sentinels. So, just super quick, you can learn all about these in detail later. You don't have to know it exactly for casual games in Valorant, but it is good to know. Duelists are just good at going in and attacking what needs to be attacked. Say your team can't get onto a site to put down their spike or their flag, you can go in there and start clearing out the battlefield for your team. An initiator, they can start a push if the team needs that. If the other team is holding down their ground very well, an initiator can just go in and start a push. The controllers, Valorant says that they can shape the field for their team's plan. The way that I play controllers, blocking doors off, blocking sections of the room off, making certain parts of the room unavailable. Then the sentinels are people who can hold their ground, who can hold the site, whether you're on attacking or defending. I know that's a lot I just threw at you, and like I said, you don't really have to know that to play casual Valorant. I'm sure some would disagree with me, but I didn't know that stuff when I started. But if you are curious, Jet and Phoenix are both duelists. Okay, just a few tidbits for people who have never played shooting games before, like me when I first started Valorant. These are a few tips that have helped me enter the game. See this little tiny cross? This is called a crosshair. A crosshair is where your bullets are going to land when you shoot. Simple enough, right? When you shoot your guns, there's going to be your gun is going to naturally want to go up as you shoot. I'll show you. I didn't do that. The gun naturally did that. So something you're going to want to learn to do is keep your mouse down as you're shooting. But I don't recommend doing that. Don't hold down even if you are pulling. It's just not going to give you accurate aim. When you click the right of your mouse, some guns have this little sniper view. This is how I typically like to shoot, but remember, the best way to shoot is just to tap instead of, it's just a little less chaotic. Also, crosshair placement. This is something that I still struggle with. Alright, so you see that little robot guy running around? Alright, typically new players to shooting games keep their crosshairs at about here. I still struggle with this a lot. Be conscious and remember to keep your crosshairs up. A headshot is always going to be more accurate than a body shot. You can kill somebody down here, but it's going to take longer. It's much better to go for headshots. But yeah, just remember, if anything you take away from this video, keep your crosshairs up by the head. If you don't have a mic and headset, like this one, I would recommend that you do so. That way you can hear where gunfire is going, you can hear footsteps around you, and if your other teammates have a mic, you can hear them talking to you and telling you vital information. Communication is going to be the #1 thing that helps you and your team win. Telling your team where you see other team members, calling them out, saying, hey, I see Viper in near A. That's simple. And the most important thing of all is to have fun. Valorant can be fun. Yes, you're going to come across some toxic players, and Valorant has a pretty decent reporting system. So I'll put up with any toxicity when I'm in game. I've had people call me names, I report them. I've stood up for team members. But yeah, for the majority, when you're playing with friends and stuff, it's super, super fun. It's super fun to see how many kills you can get. It's fun to see if you can get a spike in or not. You know, watching your skills develop, watching how you get better. That's the part that I like. You know, when I first started, I go get my first spike in and my team would win, and my boyfriend would be super excited for me. I really enjoyed watching myself improve a lot. And I still do, because I'm still really bad at the game. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the basics of all I would have liked to know when I started Valorant. It may seem super overwhelming at the moment. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments. I'm still really new to Valorant, and I'm also kind of so into it that I forgot what it's like to be a beginner. Well, at least I finally had some use for this wig. Also, I'm not used to having long hair anymore. Do you ever just pet your long hair? I don't remember doing that when I had long hair. Thank you for watching.
I'll never stop feeling a little madness. No.
Y'all, I got in full costume today. Look how pretty my hair is. Oh, I feel so pretty. Like my overalls too.